Hey guys, ACP here and welcome to PHP tutorial number 39. Today we're going to almost finish our long epic of functions with this is the second to last tutorial on date and time functions. So up until now we haven't really looked at using even any kind of date types in MySQL. But they are really useful, used to record lots of things. You know, I'm sure you can think of some examples yourself. But for now, in this tutorial, we're just going to be using them without using them in tables, you know, in select queries from tables. We'll use them in select queries, of course, but we won't be using any table names or retrieving data from tables in the select queries. But we will in the future. But for now, just open up MySQL console. Gonna try and fly through these as quickly as possible. Now the first one we have is the hour function, which returns the hour. Now in this format, where we have a time format, we are allowed the last two digits of the number are the number of seconds. The second to last two digits, so that's -3 and -4, are supposed to be the number of minutes, and then all the other numbers after or before that, so -5 and on to -infinity, you know, are the number of hours. So if I have something like 15, 20, 59, that means 59 seconds, 20 minutes, and 15 hours. And if I then run this, we should get 15, because 15 is the number of hours. And if I insert a bunch of numbers in there, that's 59 seconds, 20 minutes, and however many hours, I can't tell. And it actually returns null. Okay, what a surprise. But you can still have, you know, I'm pretty sure you can get fairly large with the number of hours. Yeah, but eventually, yeah, I got a warning, so there you go. So, obviously, if you're going to go that high, you might as well go into days and stuff. But there you go, that's the hour function. I'm just going to cut it down back to 15, and there we go. And now, the second function is the minute function, which, again, using the same time format with the seconds, then the minutes, then the hours. This just returns the minutes, which should be 20 in this case. There you go. And finally, we have the second function, which returns -1 and -2. Okay, which is 59. Okay, there we go. Now, the next function is the day name function, and for this function and then the rest of the functions, or most of the rest of the functions, we need to understand the date setup, which is where -1 and -2 are the day, okay, -3 and -4 are the month, and then -5, -6, -7, and -8 are the year. So if I have select day name 1984, January, February, March, April, May. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. That's 7. Yeah, no, 8. 08. Sorry, no commas. Oops. 08 and then 06, which is, I think, I'm not sure about the year, but pretty sure that Guns N' Roses did a performance on the 6th of August somewhere, Troubadour maybe, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, if we then run this query, it returns Monday, because it calculates the name of the day of that date, okay? Now, there are a number of functions like this. There's, well, there's actually just one more, but yeah. There's the day name, and then day name. Whoops, sorry. Day of month function, which actually, rather than returning an actual string, it returns the number of the day, which would be 06 in this case, or it returns 6. Okay. Now, another function like the day name is the month name function, which returns the month name, in this case August, like I said. Now the next function is the month function, which, like the day of month function, returns the number of the month, so 8 in this case, there you go. Then finally the year function, which returns the number of the year, so 1984. Okay, so that's all for those functions where we need to understand date formats. Now, the next function we have is select current date. Okay, this will return the current date right now, and if I run that, you can see we get a nicely formatted as well current date. I think when you do stuff like the year one, if I do day name, I think you can give it a string which is formatted like the current date just returned. So 08-06. I'm not entirely sure about this, but I think, yeah, okay, you can give it a string formatted like that as well. Okay, for all those functions we talked about. Then, as well as the current date, there's the current time as well, which returns a time. You can see I'm doing this fairly late on a weekday, so I need to go to bed soon. But anyway, yeah. Now, the next function is the now function, which you will actually use a lot more than you would expect. When you, for instance, register someone, what you would do when you run the query to input all their info into the database, you would, for the registration date field, you would use a now function to register, so you could record the date when that query was executed, which is basically when they registered. Okay, so if you select now, I get the time, the date and the time. Okay, and finally, we have the select Unix underscore time stamp. There we go. Which gives us the number of seconds since the epoch until the current moment or until the date specified. Okay, so the epoch is something like 1970 midnight on January the 1st, 1970, I think. But it's a way of calculating the date in programming, basically. Universal way of calculating the date. You'll see it come up a lot whenever you look at dates and stuff. Now, I think you can use this empty. Yeah, okay, you can use it empty like that. And then you could actually then use that number as a timestamp. So you could... I'm not sure if this will work, but you can definitely use that number as a timestamp in other ways. But if I use 1245709561561, no, okay, it doesn't work there. But I definitely know you can use it in other places as an actual timestamp, because it returns the number of seconds since epoch, which is a standard way of calculating dates and stuff. So yeah, and now I also think we can supply our own date either as that string value. I'll do it as a string value. So 1984. Oh, sorry, I'll do it as a numerical value. 1984 06 08. I think it was, wasn't it? And that returns the number of seconds since then, and you can see that number there. So 12457095661 is a lot less than 455497200. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 6 7 8 9. It's a whole digit less, which means if that's 9, it's 1 2 45. No. 4, comma, no. Okay, so that's 455 million and approximately 500,000 seconds since the timestamp. And this one is 1 billion and 200 million, or 250 million 700,000 since the epoch, so there's quite a big difference. That's how you can tell the timestamp thing is working. But that's pretty much it for this tutorial, guys, so over and out.